Nature exhibits a seemingly endless array of patterns. The patterns we see in butterfly, we call it a symmetry, the spirals of the shell, tessellations, and stripes and spots. Hello everyone, I am Lyndon Alferez, and we are the Group 9. In this video, we will talk about the different patterns we see in faunas or animals. First, let's have the symmetry. So this is an example of symmetry. The butterfly. So what is symmetry? Symmetry comes from the Greek word meaning to measure together and is widely used in the study of geometry. It means that one shape becomes exactly like another when you move it in some way, either the flip, turn, or slide. For two objects to be symmetrical, they must be the same size and shape, with one object having a different orientation from the first, just like this butterfly. So the left is the mirror image of the right wing. So the body of butterfly here, we call it as the axis of symmetry. So this is an example of reflection symmetry. So reflection symmetry is also known as bilateral symmetry. It is the mirror effect or when one object is reflected or flipped across a plane to create an image of itself.
Hi, I'm AMADOR Villarudo, and my topic is the stripes and spot. The stripe are the zebra, cat, and the spots are the dog and fish. Stripes are made by series of bands of strips, often the same width and color along the length. And the spots are just like the dog, it's surrounded by his skin. Alan Turing and James Murray made formulas to solve the stripe and spots in animals. The activator and the inhibitor. The activator stimulates production of both substance. Inhibitor is slow production down. In addition, in arithmetic progression or arithmetic sequence is a sequence of number such that the difference between the consecutive terms is constant. For instance, the sequence 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, and so on is an arithmetic progression with a common difference of 2. Example of the stripes of zebra. In the spot, in mathematics, a harmonic progression is a progression formed by taking the reciprocals of an arithmetic progression. Equivalently, a sequence is a harmonic progression when each term is a harmonic mean of the neighboring terms. Example of the harmonic sequence is the spotted skin of the leopard.
The next pattern we have is spirals. A spiral is a curve which emanates from a point. So meaning sa emanates come out, moving further away as it revolves around the point. So for example is shell. So this is the point of origin, and then point needs to move further away around the point with a specific distance and degree, and then you can create a spiral. So mao ni siya ang spiral form sa shell sa right side na inyong side screen na inyong makita. So in the animals, we find spiral in the horns of various animals, mollusk shells, and snail shells. So next is, what is the Fibonacci spiral? In the 13th century, the mathematician Leonardo Fibonacci discovered the important number of sequence of numbers starting with the number 1 twice each succeeding numbers. The sequence is the sum of two preceding ones. So the sequence goes 1 in 1, 2, 3, and 5, and so on. And for the reason that are pretty mysterious, this sequence of numbers seems to appear in a wide variety of places in the natural world. The logarithmic spiral depicts growth expansion of universe. For example is the horn of rams and mollusk shells.
So next is tessellations. Another pattern we see in fauna is the tessellation. So the beehive is considered an example of tessellation. So what is tessellations? A tessellation is tiling that uses shapes to cover a surface with no gaps or overlaps. This relates to the beehive because a beehive is a tessellation of hexagons. Some beehives actually look like they have gaps in between them. However, those gaps are just the outside of the hexagon or the honeycomb. The densely packaged hexagonal cells are made of honeycomb, and that is what made the honey. Shapes will only tessellate if all the angles of the vertices that are tessellating add to 360. For example, on the beehive, the hexagons tessellate because vertex is equal to 120 degrees. This means that when the vertices meet the tessellate, it equals to 300 degrees.
Patterns are everywhere. From the simple terms that repeats with 2 or 3 elements to repeating patterns with multiple elements and attributes. Patterns are at the heart of math. The ability to recognize and create patterns help make us predictions based on our observation. This is an important skill in math. Understanding patterns prepare us for learning complex number concepts and mathematical operations. Nature's patterns are not just there to be admired. They are vital clues to the rules that govern natural processes. And by using mathematics, the great secret of nature and the universe have been discovered.